Shout out to the VIP. It's London with Bitcoin Spike. Let's go through the details. What's going on? Day traders, VIP, everybody. We had a good trade day in spite of the down. Actually, I'll say with the down priceward action. Way to go. A shout out to Anthony. About a 200% gain on the drop. Boom. Way to go, Anthony. Freddie booking trades in the back. Everybody doing well. Amos, talked to Amos today. Congrats to Amos in his first hedge right now. He's in the money on the short side on this specific move down here. We don't need to review all the technicals. I wanted to come live. We're right now at the golden pocket, so I thought it'd be a good time to come to you guys and stream a little bit. Hope the weekend's going well so far. It's just getting started. What's up, guys? It's the weekend. Hopefully we'll have a good trade weekend. And VIP are hoping for some green. I'll tell you that. It's Friday. Let's see. Friday is a good, what is it? What is this? June. It's June. It's June 3rd. I was going to qualify that. I was like, what is it doing? It's June already. Guys, the year is moving along. Glad that we're trading, right? Glad that we are trading. That's what's up with VIP. And I appreciate all you guys being in the chat, etc. If you guys want to shout out, hit the like button, guys. Let me know that you're not, if you hit that like button, I know that you are not a robot. You guys know that we're actually talking with people. So in terms of this compression here, I almost didn't come live because we are in a constriction. As you look right now on, let's say, the hourly or thereabout, we're just in a wedge formation. We're towards the constricted element of, I'd say, at least if this is the secondary, kind of the tertiary level here. If we look at the primary level of consolidation here, or the primary, I'd say, base foundation, we can say really the base level of the wedge, secondary level in here, and then this kind of the third level in here, just in a constricted zone. I wanted to come when we had some price action, and we do have a little bit of price action. To say that, I won't do anything but congratulate again Amos. He's VIP, and I know that he is in the money on a short. And it was interesting, guys. I was with him. We were texting today. Very cool. What's up, Jubal? What's up, Jubal? What's up? I mean, my man. What's up? I got a shout out to Jubal. Boom. What is up? And no, not 5L. We don't do 5L JRX. We don't do 5L, but we do futures. If you want to learn futures, which is, how about 20x? You can go 20x on SHIB. You can go 50x. You can learn how to trade 50 times instead of 5 times, 50 times in terms of that. So that's a interesting comment. People are still interested in SHIB 5L, right? In those coins. I would not recommend those coins now that we're on into futures. So I'm gonna put let's put BTC 125x, and we'll put SHIB and Doge. You can even do Doge. We could do Dog 50x. So that's on L Bank. That's how we trade those. And yeah, it takes some specific I guess, knowledge, but you just, not much. I'm going to go ahead and put this trade here, put this link here for you guys at the top. Boom, pin the message there. And you just need a little bit of walkthrough on the program. Not a big deal, guys. Not a big deal at all. So looks like we're getting a small pickup here in terms of the framework for the golden pocket. I've measured this. Now, I've left the red in here. And it's difficult sometimes. You guys know I've left this red feature in here. It's difficult sometimes. We have two things to talk about. Let's talk about two things right now. We had the rising wedge in red today. Now, this was a nice move. You guys have to admit, everybody was in the green. You guys saw that, huh? That was a nice move today, a rebound move to the upside. That was really nice. And I was just talking about, excuse me, about Amos VIP. We talked today, and while things were trajecting to the upside in this zone, we went through, and you guys will appreciate this, all the VIP, okay? And Amos, I loved it. We were into this zone, and we entered into, I helped him out in getting into the long and getting into the short, the hedge right in this zone. And I know it's like, oh, whew, thankfully, the idea was up in here. Oh, thankfully, one of the sides is going to pay out. It's going to be the long, right? And I'm like, I want you to hold until one of the sides liquidates, right? And so, boom, down has gone the trade since then. And it's just so amazing the way that the traders get involved, and everyone does. It's just a natural element. We were almost at this, and I'll go through the specific pattern formation in terms of the target to the top, but at the target, that's where you wanted to short. So it was a nice development to watch the short go up, and yeah, he cleared over. I'd say he cleared over 100 and what would that be? Over 120%, 130 or 40% on that short. I would like to see, like to see that, Amos. If you're with us, if not, text me later. What we were looking at was, and we really had a nice, let's say this ascending triangle in this region was hard to refute, at least with this specific pair here, right, with the resistance to the support line feature. We were looking at that heavily, and we had a carry up function. The carry up function didn't really, in terms of the amplitude did not get met. We did not meet that level of the aggressive target. What got us there, though, was very interesting. It was nice to see in terms of this amplitude move to the top side. First of all, and if we're going to talk about kind of two things, we talk about rising wedge, one thing, right? That's definitely important in terms of that's still kind of that DNA is still in the mix, right? Is still in the market on the 5 minute. That DNA doesn't just disappear. We'd love it to, but once you get over the top of a rising wedge, it's just the probabilities. And you guys know probabilities could be maybe 60, 65, right, percent of the time. It could be, depending on the market, it could be 70, right? It really depends in terms of, what's the mood of the market? What's the measure? What are we looking at? If it's the NASDAQ on the run up during the, just the bomb, what would you call it? Just nuclear blast off after nuclear blast off preceding years. It probably, to say that it's going to fail, the majority of its rising wedges, it still does, but it's just going up, right? The NASDAQ was just powering through. You'll find some aggressive bullish markets, let's say that, where it's still difficult, but the majority of the time you should look at a rising wedge as a bearish feature. Difficult to operate over the top with any kind of a bullish feature. We saw that last night. That was the key focal. In terms of the top, the flat top, I want to focus on this in the 5 minute. Hugely important. We're looking at that. It will tell us right now, and this is, let's look at this. This is something, I don't know, something of a, I don't know. It's a bit not concerning, but we want to pay attention to it to the extent that on the actual wicks, we're close to a flat bottom support. Boom, boom. I want you guys to pay attention to that. Anytime you have a flat bottom support, it could be concerning from a bullish standpoint. Okay, indicative of sellers being in control. Anytime that you have a flat bottom support, right? Sellers achieving, boom, price. Going back and down again, boom, achieving price. If we were to flip it, you guys know from an inverted standpoint, it looks really nice for a bull, right? It looks really great. Looks like an ascending triangulation just about to bust through to the upside, right? The same dynamics are in play. This would indicate on a normalized pattern here, would indicate that we are in buyer control, right? Buyers taking at the preceding point, boom, taking at the preceding point, continuing to push up, right? So when we look at it regularly here, a descending triangulation, something like this, we're looking at sellers continuing to be in control. So to the extent that we are along this level of resistance on the top, we have a bit more room. The question is going to be, okay, if we're looking at a descending triangulation here, let's put this into context, because we have the entirety of this preceding zone back through here, okay? So, and it becomes difficult when you draw your patterns. I'll agree with this, guys. When you draw your patterns, you wind up with something like this. Like, well, that's not really supposed to be, descending triangulation is supposed to look kind of like this, right? So we'll probably cut through this in terms of that. We don't park a triangle like this very frequently. We always like to see that descending nature to it. So looking at this, there is a line of resistance. The question is going to be right now, I'd say with the participation of the market over the weekend, etc., we just have a variable level of resistance right now, this top level resistance that's indicated by hit 1, hit 2, the pivots. Then we have this level of resistance here. Don't you see the angle of the specific price action in this zone? Right, and I will let me go ahead and change these up just a bit so I can get you guys the good technicals. It is the weekend is the number one thing, and we have a new, relatively new VIP that's already in the money. I got to say that with Amos. What's up, brother? I know you're already 100+% in the money on one side of the hedge. I know your first futures trade. I'm looking at it right now. It has to have worked out in terms of over 100% on one side. So I know that is just. That is VIP. What's up, my man? what is up. So this level of, I say this level of resistance across the top is variable just a touch, and it feels like we're cutting in with an external, kind of an external level and an internal level, right? We have this specific external level. The question is going to be, have we set kind of an internal level here with this level of resistance in this zone as well? So a higher time frame may clear this up for us, and not the 30-minute, potentially the hourly. Let's see if the hourly does. The hourly doesn't either. Does the 4-hourly clean it up? Yeah, there we go. Close, guys, close. Yeah, that 4-hourly. Normally, most of the time, guys, if you have a bit of a variable like that in terms of your lines of resistance and support, the different time frames, a higher time frame, can clean up some of that variability. We're close on the. If you guys look at that 4-hourly time frame, it's not bad. You're within, I'd say, a threshold here. Let's go ahead and look at that level of resistance here. Check your 4-hourly. Make sure that you're plugged into and tuned into your 4-hourly. In terms of this level of resistance here, is not that bad. Okay, it's not that much of a level of variability that we're trying to find that precise entry. As we look at as you're looking at leverage, you need to be precise. So to the extent that there's a larger governing time frame to give us that the overall look and feel of things, we're going to pay attention. Now let's look at this. This is a real line here, right? We've got a little bit of variability along that bottom line as well, and particularly from the lines to the candle wicks, hugely important. Okay, to focus on this issue again, this bottom line support that is essentially flat on the candle wicks in line with the preceding, the 1, the 2, the 3. That is a bearish feature. It is parked at that 29,000. What am I going to say here, guys? 29,200? Is that 29,000? About 29,200. So, Freddie in the house. What's up, Freddie in the house? What's up? Booking trades. What's up, Freddie? Man, what's up? Freddie, I was talking about Jubal said hello. We had appreciate that very much. And I know Jubal is trading. What's up, trading? Jubal, you trade like me a lot. I got to tell you that. Just interested in the in, the out, you got a lot to do. I think you got business calls, conference calls. You have your VIP mute button that you tell us all the time. I have to use my VIP mute button if on a conference call. It's just funny stuff, man. If and ever that were ever to occur. It must have been an emergency in the market. I'm sure it's rare when that does occur. Very dedicated at his job. I know that for a fact. He's a smart guy. So, Freddie, what's up, Freddie? Boom. To both of you guys, I hope everything's going well. We're looking for a good, solid weekend. It matters, right? It does matter, guys. I got to tell you, without a doubt, like we just had some really great weekends recently. Yeah, like not every weekend, guys. It's not every weekend. We can't get spoiled. How many weekends, though? It probably, always say, like 2 out of the last 4 have been really good, right? Maybe 3, right? When you think back at maybe 3. And I got to say, I was disappointed about this top-level move. I wanted the top-level move. We look at the 30-minute kind of zoomed out here. This is the entirety of the price action. So let's keep this in mind, okay, in terms of the level of support pickup that we tried to I didn't say that we did pick up today, okay? I let that video out today in terms of kind of hidden. It is hidden. It's on the USD chart only, right? It's not even on the DT chart. That is shocking, first of all, period, guys. It is. People, I mean, how much do you have to know, honestly, guys, how much do you have to know about the market? Pardon? How much do you have to know about the market and Tether and a DPEG and everything else? It's almost complicating the issue to the point that the average person, the average investor is, I don't want to trade that. Whatever, it's just that complicated. Very interesting. So I may be having some connection issues. To the extent that I do have connection issues, I will restart the stream and I will contact. I'll contact. We have to do this after storms. I don't know why, but I may have to contact. Who is it? Xfinity Business Class or whoever that is. So I will see about whether or not I need to restart the stream. Hopefully, I won't. If we do get cut off, I'll have to reset from like the master head station, whatever they do. They just do this master power grid reset. It's not like a normal whatever they do. It's a serious deal. So we still have the top line resistance. Boom. Top line resistance power. Okay, that's nice. Buyers coming into the mix. Bam, bam. This is on the entirety of the price action that we're looking at. Okay, so to frame the technicals quickly as well, level of support. Boom, coming into play. This level could get challenged. Make sure that you have that. This is on the 30-minute, okay? On the 30-minute, it's clean on USD. BTC USD may just hammer down into that level. We're excited about this, guys. This is a level of support pickup. This would be one of the most phenomenal demonstrations of power in the markets. With everything going on in the NASDAQ, I had to say, guys, with everything going on in the NASDAQ and equities, etc., it almost feels like it would be too good of a pattern to be true. I really, really have to say that, guys, because it's a monster mamma jamma pattern. You know this. It's a nice pattern. 20% to the upside potential. Looking at this, let's just measure this, guys. Okay, in terms of even a conservative measurement on this, looking to the upside, this would be a nice move. 18% from the current price, we'd be looking at, yeah, almost 30%, almost 30% to the upside. That's what I'm saying, guys. So we, in terms of almost too good to be true, and Bitcoin has done this continually. We had a nice trajectory up. I thought of this today as well. We keep wanting these moves, like instead of like, well, it went up 10 or 13%, okay, in about 2 or 3 days. We kind of want it to go 30 or 40, 20, at least 20, 25, right? 30, maybe 35%. Like, let's really get into it. And it's rational that you would have those expectations. Those expectations were fulfilled in this preceding zone. You guys know that. So in terms of that, when we get our expectations up, understand the following. Yeah, that's 35%. You guys remember our target, our low target below the 50% retracement. You guys remember that. But looking at 30, 35%, just bam, bam, bam. This took a long time, though. You have to remind yourselves, this took a period of time. Looking at this, it was like 75 days really to get out of the entirety of it. Looking at down through that still targeting the apex of that descending wedge, but looking at over 3 months. So she does like to move, and that is where our bullish sentiment comes from. It's because she can rock and roll when she chooses to. Now, she rocked and rolled, you guys know this, from a deep dig down. So she's kind of been a little bit preferential. I just say her because Bitcoin, she is a little feisty sometimes. She's not the easiest thing to tame at times. Look at a differential on the 30-minute. We're on that 30-minute. Take a look at that 30-minute, if you will, along that level of support. Okay, you may want to draw in thereafter. We look at different time frames. The 4-hourly as well. Looks like that 4-hourly is right on the button, guys. Interesting. That 4-hourly is right on the money right now. Really trying to traject through the level of support in the 4-hourly. I think that 30-minute is a good backup because we have more of the level of, I'd say it's a unique time frame because we have a little bit more of a level of, I'd say a little bit of that externalized and that internalized understanding in terms of level of resistance or level of support, pardon. Unless you're shorting. Amos, for him, it would be resistance. He wants to get down through it with his short that he's currently in. It's a triple-digit trade. We just set it up today. How cool is that, guys? It's nice. It's a triple-digit trade, and he's in the money overall in the hedge. And you see how long it's taken that trade to develop. Very important, guys. It's not a quick solution. Like, everyone wants the quick, easy answer. Is it going up or down? Like, well, it's going to take. How about it's going to take 5 hours, and then it may reverse, right? So, looking at that, Amos, I'm really excited about that. Just anytime that I'm communicating with VIP and that guys, that's just real easy stuff. Just get on make sure that I have your cell phone number, and let's just make sure that we set things up the right way. That's really important. Some of you have been trading for a long time. I want to make sure you're set up the right way. Make sure that, because there's a lot of ways to do things, right? And maybe you're set up in a completely different way. You want the VIP to know about your way. That's great as well, guys. We're excited about that. So, looking at this again in the framework, we have that bottom level established, right? We have multiple hits, hit 1, 2. Let's look at this again. Hit 1, 2, and 3, right? We have that generalized, and it's not the cleanest of technicals right now. We have a lot of patterns in play. I just say that, just a lot of background, maybe some noise here with some of these. I can take those extensions off the map right now. I can actually do that. Let me take these extensions off the map, clean things up just a touch, okay? And we just have this descending triangulation that's going on. Amidst that, if I were to take that away, on the lines we're a little bit more bullish. I'll just tell you, on the lines we're a little bit more bullish, and we'll have to deal with the bullish componentry one way or the other, right? We just will. Looking at this specific, and VIP have this, and in fact VIP got this. This was a good one, huh? This specific move here, precedingly, just want to shout out to VIP. Look at this target to the downside earlier on when BTC had trajected up to the top. The target to the downside, and just a few hours, bam, right down into it. Nicely done, VIP. Way to hit those targets. It's not every time, but when it is time, it's nice to see, guys. It's nice to be a part of, right? It's not every time, but when it is time, hey, we got to be trading, guys. You know that, right? This specific feature here, in terms of, we could go into the falling wedge feature here. Let's go into the. We could go into quite a few different time frames, to tell you the truth. In terms of that, we've got this look on the 30-minute is a nice look. That level of resistance looks like we're pushing towards that top line of resistance if we were to go into. And you could say this, and it's a valid criticism. There is an answer to it, just so that you know there is an answer. In terms of the descending wedge, you say, well, you just told me we're in a descending triangle. You got it right. You certainly did. Two different patterns at one time, each with different implications, each with different measurements. Guys, it's called risk, and it's an advanced trader and trade group that can put up with the multitude of risks. Why are they going to give you a different chart pattern on the lines than the candle wicks? The candle wicks was the descending triangulation with the triple bottom. Boom, 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 right? Now, on the lines, look at the 30-minute. We have a descending line of resistance constricting there with a line of support, right? We'd have the sellers at resistance, the buyers at support, constricting in a downward apex, right? So to the extent that we have multiplicity of patterns to enjoy, I'm going to say that because some of you like to trade descending triangles. Some of you like to trade wedges. Some of you will like to trade rising wedge or a bull flag. I mean, you'll have your preference in terms of what you're most comfortable with. So to you, what may be I'd say a little bit of a frustration, to someone else is a solution. It just is. So we're excited about that fact. That's part of trading, and just that we want a little bit of sophistication, a little bit of complexity to the trades. We don't want to just sit there and it's the market today says green, everyone green. Market says red, everyone red. No, we want to know what we're doing. So we appreciate all you guys being around. So this specific hit at the golden pocket, small hit. I went ahead and let VIP know in the back that, hey, we got a hit on the golden pocket. To the extent that you guys hit that on 125X, you probably hit 30 or 35% thus far. It has disappointed thus far. Preceding hit at that 50%. Not much going on there, guys. Not a whole lot going on there in terms of a strong price movement. I just say this, guys. When we got up and going today here, first of all, the trajectory to the downside was beautiful. It was nice. Now, I didn't think it was beautiful necessarily because I would like a higher price personally. However, it's nice when price moves. We need price to move, right? Whatever it wants to do, we need price to move, right? Essentially, the buyers didn't have the level of support to sustain the higher price, right? We were in a bearish pattern as well, but this specific top level, we did have a top level target as well. And I just say this every time, guys, if we got a target, let's go for it, period. What do we need to get there? We need a pattern. We need something. We need price to get there, right? If we're looking at a pattern framework here, and I'll do this on the 30-minute, let's make sure that we understand the following. First of all, being on top of a rising wedge is difficult, period. Dealing with a rising wedge and any bullish feature that's crested around the top, guys, we get here all the time. A rising wedge, boom, typically bearish, difficult, always tempting, difficult, guys. I'll push for them, right, because they can. Just slingshot, bam, to the upside. We've seen this in terms of this move to the upside, right, and then the symmetrical consolidation, that pennant formation. Move to the upside, symmetrical triangulation, bull pennant. We needed to break out to the upside. We did not get it. We got to break down, confirmation on prior support as resistance, and boom. So, yeah, is there any, the only thing I'm looking at an upside target. That's it. I'm still looking at an upside target, right, in terms of that. In a bearish market, you're going to have more unfulfilled upside targets. You just will. So we're fully cognizant of that. The save feature here would be, I'm just going to say the save feature for Bitcoin right now would be this ascending triangulation. The flat top resistance. Guys, I'm just excited about this one. Just like I was the preceding one, I want to trade it. I like the velocity. When price gets up and out of here and boom, moves to the upside, that's what it's all about, guys. And not to, that doesn't mean we park within right here, we're going to park $100,000 in cash right here. This is an exciting pattern. We're going to park $100,000 in cash. No way. Or $1 million. We're putting 1.2 million in here because this is an exciting pattern. You got to be crazy, man. No way. We trade, right? That's the point. It's like, well, here, we're close to our pattern. We're close to our target. All right. Well, no, guys, no. We don't just park money in here because it's exciting. We just don't do that, guys. I'm telling you that. We trade. Boom, to the upside. You got to get that breakout. You got to trade that pattern. All right. So in terms of to a target, well, I say this all the time, never a blind entry. All right. Never a blind entry. Always looking at your pattern framework, looking at your levels. I'd say let's just go ahead and say your indicators. If you're looking at your MACD, RSI, CCI, if you're looking at other volume indicators, etc., or volume-driven indicators, that's fine. But to the extent that, no blind entries, just none. Well, that feels good. Well, we have a target. Well, we got to get there somehow, right? And on the different time frames, it can be a bit of a challenge. You guys know this. It can be challenging, but that's the market, guys. It's challenging for you. You think it's easy for the big guys. It's easy for them, guys. I've seen the big guys struggle. I will tell you this. I've seen the biggest guys struggle with the market, period. You guys know that? I've literally seen some of the biggest guys struggle. Look at me like, oh, man. I'm like, what happened? Just so don't worry about it. You're gonna get seasoned up with the market. Just relax with it. Just give it some time. I told Amos today, and he's in the money on a short. I told him today, he triple digit. Way to go, Amos, to balance out the other side, right? I'm not sure what the overall return is now. I'll get that information. We'll bring it to you guys. It'll be exciting, and I'll explain that it was a hedge. One side built to liquidate. That was just it. So in terms of this, and that's not always the case. I normally recommend that people just pick one side or the other because you don't want to get chopped up in a hedge if you don't know what you're doing, guys. But in terms of the framework, I recommend people do the 100 rounds and that they go directionally on it. You can hedge if you choose to hedge, but I want people to work on their levels of precision, right? And down to like we're currently on a golden pocket hit measured from the low to the high. Even levels of precision, I say that a lot, but the level of precision would be from the low on the candle wick to the high, boom, on the candle wick, and working on the entry right in here as maximized as you possibly could be right in this zone, right? That is VIP. That's precision that I'm talking about. So those types of moves right in this zone. So we're at that golden pocket. We're seeing price get a little bit of wind in it, and I'm sure that the VIP are trading. I'm just certain that the VIP are trading. Way to go, guys. So that's some green in the screen there, on the screen. I just know that wisdom is speaking VIP. I've been checking in hours for 12 plus months on streams. These crypto preaching are deep understandings. What's up? Only the VIP can truly hear and understand these applications. You're probably right, Freddie. Without a doubt, we have our own language, man. Think of this, Freddie. We're based on, and this is a nice hit from. I'm glad we came live. Good hit now from the golden pocket. And Freddie, you bring up something really important. Is we in terms of having our own language, etc. We just we're really foundationally set on like New York Institute of Finance. That is Greek to other people. Understand? Nobody wants anything to do with that. You know that, right? No average trader wants a thing to do with the literally where Wall Street goes to school. To us, that's cool. To us, that's like, yeah, that's if we want to, if we some of you guys, if you still want to right now, you could, right? Some of you maybe have been offered a position by there. Some of you may want to go there in the future and buy there any kind of pro trading job. If you're looking at Wall Street, you're looking at your own street. It can be not much different, guys. So in terms of that, yeah, we speak a different language, Freddie. And you have to expect that because it's that next tier level of understanding, and we're just there. Not only we use that book that in terms of the patterns, in terms of indicators, in terms of just overall strategy as well. And as we really frame things around that book, we get into some heavier technicals that aren't just throwing fits and tantrums and speaking about moving averages or something else. It's not just that, right? It's not just a wave dynamic and throwing a fit or tantrum and screaming at Bitcoin. It's not that. We've got some targeting going on. We've got some guys that we focus on, and that I want to see really do well in the market, right? I have like just my own personal deal. I want to see you guys really do well in the market, and we've seen some guys do really well in the market, quite a few. And that's important to me. So it's not, that may be hard for most people to understand. So nice hit on the golden pocket. That is tradable. So that you see this and you understand. And I wanted to come live for it. I waited for that. And I was like, let's come live for the golden pocket. Bam. Nice move to the upside. Working on levels of precision. Very important, guys. Very important to watch this turnaround. And in terms of that feature today, you guys know the charts in the back, if you were to look at them from earlier on, in terms of the different dynamics of the fan that were in process that we were looking at here, you guys know. It's like, are we really going to do this and flip to a new time frame potentially here and there? Like, honestly, the fan framework that just kept going and going and going. We had a target to the upside. That's what kept you in the trade, right? Because this stall out kind of feature here, this stall out up and along this level, I said when we break out, we like to go up, not sideways, right? So to the extent that we were just fanning up along this way, it just became at some point, it's like, is she gonna quit? When you do this, when you get to that level and you've really captured just as much as you can, and you got the VIP in the back know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Because this was it is what it is. We don't have to, for anyone who doesn't really understand it, we don't have to explain it, right? We just don't have to. It comes with a lot of work, etc. It's not just, it is everything but a mess on the screen. I'll tell you that. Everything but. Okay, in terms of the approach here. It just is what it is in terms of flipping levels of resistance to support continually. The end game for that, because I know you were all trading and like, well, when is the end game for this? Is just going to keep pushing up through that dynamic? Well, the end game was perfect. Boom. And you saw buyers come in with that level of a take at the top, right? It was just nice. On the 5-minute, you're a flat top. On the candle wicks, boom. On any time frame, you're a flat top. Any time frame that separates these two. Right, so you saw that framework, just the grind to the upside, and what happened? The buyers and sellers essentially came to a demand agreement based upon the power of based upon the power of the buyers. Boom. Ultimately, they just back off in this zone. Boom. Right at the specific, you guys, it's just important. Perfectly in line with that preceding move here, but you saw buyers just pushing up and pushing up and pushing up. Right, Jubal, you could hear it, right? You could literally hear it in the market, right? Just carving up to the upside here, and boom, just relaxing enough, right? And the framework that we had underneath became important, that rising wedge, right? And not that we can't power through one or power through two, very possible, right? We could have one and then I'd say an acceleration, a secondary one to the upside. That is a possibility, and essentially we did have that on a micro scale. Looking at this framework here, we had that one rising wedge. Then we had another rising wedge into this feature here, into this zone here. We'll get to the time frame. I'll get that time frame down specifically if need be. It's not necessary now, though. And you guys remember this in the back in terms of that top level feature. We had the rising wedge, then a more constricted rising wedge here, and we put this feature in the back here just as she's really trying to get up and out. You had this downside target here with that flat top, and boom, that was it. So that was a nice target hit there. This was a nice target hit here. Boom, you guys know that. That was a nice target hit as well. And now we're starting to get a little bit of leg work. Here we go. On this specific, that's what I wanted to see. On this specific hit on the golden pocket. VIP in the money. What's up? Yes, sir. Indeed. Right, was that 50, 80%, etc. Boom. Nice job. Way to go, VIP. That's what's up. Now, paying attention to this, just minding the situation. Minding the situation. Let's please pay attention to let's do this, guys. We have a level of support, okay? Aside from these macro lines right here. Let's pay attention to this real quickly. Important. We have this level of support here. Level of support here, flat level of support indicated. The market is paying attention to that. Okay, it's kind of a repeat dynamic of what we have. Let's see this, a repeat dynamic of what we have in this zone. level of support, level of support. This flat dynamic here, level of support as well. Shout out to Jubal, says Freddie, what's up? Good crew, right? Yo, there's no messing around. These guys are going to trade. I guarantee you, we're going to trade. That's it. We came to trade, right? You guys don't make any apology about it. It's nice. It's VIP. It just is. I don't know. I would shudder to think of what any other group VIP would be like. It's like it ain't gonna be cool, man. It's got to rock and roll. It's got to have a little bit of mojo jive kind of posse, cool crew, whatever you want to call it. It's got to be VIP. Shout out Freddie getting that BTC. Yo, what's up? Yeah, it's got to be cool, guys. It's just got to be in the framework of like, I can dig that. That's pretty cool stuff, man. That's all right. That's the way it is, guys. It just is in terms of that. Let's do a parallel channel carry down, and it's got to be right. Not that the market has to obey what we want it to do, and we have our preferences always, guys, right? We have our preferences. We don't, and I said earlier today to Jubal, Freddie, you guys in the back, I'm like, Bitcoin is not what you want, is what you get, right? Period. You can want it to go through the moon. We want it to blast off 24/7. You got to get over those moments, don't you? Hey, way to go, Freddie. You're watching on the big screen. Makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Huge difference watching on the big screen with the technicals in play. You're seeing that we have the channel structure here and not a classic flag formation, right? But what the market is inclined to do now amidst this particular setting of the flat bottom is to begin to work this ascending triangle from a little bit of a different standpoint here. We're going to back this off just a touch. Let's see this level, and let me go ahead and make this green here. But yeah, that's what I said earlier on today. It's Bitcoin. It's not what you want, it's what you get, right? In terms of your trades, it just is, guys. And I like the way that was because we can wake up any morning. This is the funniest thing. I notice this frequently. We can wake up any day of the week, and it's like, oh man, that didn't go well. Oh man, that was wrong. Oh man. And then all you got to do is give her like 12 hours. Just give Bitcoin like 12 hours. Get her 12 to 24 hours, and she'll be screaming the other direction. She'll give you some trades. She'll let you book some triple digits. She'll, you have to. It's just funny though. It happens, doesn't it? We'll wake up like, oh no. It's like, well, give it 12 hours, man. Give it some time, right? So this is funny, guys. In terms of that, yeah, VIP is what's up. It is what's up. In 2022, we're excited about this group, guys. It's cool. It's cool stuff. And, we all choose to be in a trade group. And it's important, guys. It just is. In terms of you guys, like Freddie, nice charts today. Jubal, nice charts. I love seeing you guys' charts. I know you're busy a lot of the times. And I try and chop in on as many charts and with as many patterns as possible because I want to beat the market. That's it. I want to beat the market. And if it's got, if there's a trick combo, I'm going to tell you guys, if a trick combo, right, it pops up in the market, it's like, I got to tell you, anytime there's a bull flag and an ascending triangle, they're all going for 20%. I don't know why, but a bull flag, for some reason, the last three of them, it's a bull flag and an ascending triangle, they all went for 20%, right? When something comes up like that, I want to know about it, period. I just want to dig into it. I want to know every aspect of the market. These small moves here, these don't seem like big moves, but they are. Like, what is this? This was on the 12-minute time frame. Who's looking at the 12-minute? Nobody. Look at the price up in this zone. You guys see this? Nobody's looking at the 12-minute. I am. Look at this. I'm like, target. All right? And what happens? Boom. Bam. Okay? So I'm constantly just trying to frame the market in terms of trying to maintain, develop, etc., an advantage. I want it to be our advantage. I want to kick it. And in terms of that, it's just not. It's not altogether. It's not like it ain't the free lunch everybody's looking for. It takes time. It takes. You guys are trading most of the day. It's nice. I mean, when you're not, you're able to trade at home, etc. But what I'll say is, just the amount of focus that it takes is impressive. If you can focus, right? And what's nice is when you spend that much time focusing, sometimes you can just jump in the market, spend a little, a whole lot less time, and that's the overall goal is to develop a framework where you guys will have more results from less time input, okay, into the market, a time and place of your choosing. When you develop a strategy, shout out to Anthony. What's up, boss man? I see you on the screen. What's up? Now, when you develop these strategies over the course of the year, Okay, I do believe, guys, and I just know this. I've seen it. I've seen this happen with traders. Is that you will become more proficient in what you do. You just will. Look at the way that Anthony is hammering through his trades. Look at the way Freddie's hammering through his trades. They've been VIP for long enough. It's like it's clicking. They're doing well, and I would expect that from the overall process that we continue to be engaged in. There's just another level, right? That's where we're headed. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice. Looking at Freddie, what do you say? Question: would this cup and handle be considered a failed cup and handle, or can a failed cup and handle recover? Yeah, no. Well, you don't throw out the ascending triangulation, because at the end, I guess that's really what you're getting into. Would a and I could see where you're headed, Freddie, on that. It's you keep going cup and handle. New York Institute of Finance doesn't really handle a cup and handle. They just don't. I'm not real big on cup and handles. I don't like to trade them. When you look at a cup and handle, you're looking at something like this, right? To the extent that you can ever put this in the framework of a flat top resistance and an ascending line of support, it's much preferable to go ahead and boom, 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 work into the structure of an ascending triangulation. It just is. So, but what you're getting into, I'll say this. To the extent that you're developing a solution by looking at a cup and handle with this original move in, this hitch in here, boom, 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 right? And that 1-2, 1-2. What we need for an ascending triangle is a 1-2, 1-2 up and out at least. Now we would hope, right? We would hope to not have to deal with these areas, right? We would like a clean trajectory. More so like down into a significant level below resistance, boom, back to that resistance, right? Then we would like that to be 1, this area to be the 1, then the 2, then the 1, then the 2, and then boom, up and out. We would prefer to have something along those lines, and yes, some other patterns could be indicated, but this specific hitch in here is a little difficult. It's a little difficult to really justify technically as being an ascending triangle, but yes, the market is viewing them as that. But in terms of the just if the more that we can, cup and handles are dangerous, right? Look at this, boom, 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 wham, boom, right? They're just dangerous. They are. We even noted it in this area, and Freddie, I know that you noted it, and that was a difficult area here. But yeah, that just hugely failed. So, and I'll give it to you. It is that curvature feature here that's screaming at you, right? I would really prefer to have this as just the ascending triangle, and let's get up and out with this measure move. Not much of a difference in terms of the actual structure of it. We just always want that 1, 2, 1, 2 up and out. Okay, so to the extent that we can accomplish that and we have that flat top resistance, we'll just stick with this. Just you guys will see. I mean, this is just primary turf. Why don't we like cup and handles? Boom. This is just classic here, all right? When we really look at that, and what was significant about it was this rising wedge feature, right? A lot more predictable in terms of really trying to, and you've seen this a few times, Freddie. I know you've seen this recently. VIP have seen this quite a bit. This specific attempt to formulate something strong on top of an ascending wedge, yeah, we've seen that just right and left, and it will cost you enough money until you quit investing in them at the top. I'll tell you, you'll learn your own lesson, right? If it's a surprise for someone and you're shocked, oh my gosh, you probably weren't trading. Or you weren't, I'll tell you, if you were trading, you're going to pay attention next time you're on top of a rising wedge and you're trying to get in a bullish feature. You're not going to leave your money parked in that. You're just not. One out of, what is it, Freddie Jubal will count up 1 out of 4 times, I want to say, maybe 1 out of 4 or 5 times she wants to get up and out of this. That's is not a probability. It's tough. It's a surprise. It's a nice surprise when it does happen. But we have to break that level of resistance across the top. We just have to, right? And I think you guys saw me set an alert last night. Maybe I did it off the air, but setting an alert, boom. Let yourself know you can do a trigger trade. Trigger, right? In terms of triggering, the trade to the upside. That's important as well. Also on this, we had the symmetrical across the top. We also had this flat top resistance. Very nice. We just needed the buyers to step in. I executed a few trades here along the way down. Really could have held on to that. It was just it was a matter of time and a time preference issue for me, really. But I had a nice entry on 125x, but I was like, that's fine. But from this zone, but looking at the need for the buyers to pick up in this level of support, it just, we pushed into the bull pennant, and it was a push from a really bullish structure into more of an understandably kind of bullish structure into, into confirming off the bottom level of prior support to resistance. Boom. Yeah, Anthony did a great job. He did a great job. He always does a good job. Anthony's the man with the plan. And yeah, way to go, Anthony. Nice framework. I featured you on the deal. Featured you on it. But yeah, that rising wedge feature, very important. Very important. Paying attention to those always, right? It's one thing to get excited about, another thing to say, well, we're in a rising wedge. We just got out of the rising wedge. So maybe hedging as well. We'll see what those moves have been good. The hedging moves have been good. I'll tell you that. We've seen the channel structure here, not really a bull flag to the extent that we see any carving like this. Buyers are prepared at the level of support here, right? They're prepared at the level of support again down in this level here. Support for another hit into this zone. It's just the truth. Also prepared for a potential breakout and return to the level of resistance across the top. We've exhausted the downside targets. We've exhausted the downside targets. Boom. Okay, so that's a good thing. From a pattern standpoint, we've exhausted the downside targets. We still have the specific Fibonacci's below, and we have, so that you're confident in terms of, if you say, I want to trade. Well, we just came live at the golden pocket hit, and you're up 50% on your trade if you want 125x. That's it. That's the truth. You are up 50% if you literally got in the back and said, okay, we have a golden pocket incoming, golden pocket hitting right now. If you hit the golden pocket, I gave you the perfect, boom, just laser-eyed focus, boom, into the golden pocket. You're up 50% on your trade right now. You can book that trade if you choose. Easy stuff. VIP, way to go. This is the weekend. So we're starting off the weekend well, right? Notification, golden pocket hit, boom. And you guys are in the money. I want to leave it there, guys. That's what VIP is all about. I hope you guys are having a good weekend with your families, with your friends, with everything that's going on. And Luke, what's up, Luke? I'll just shout out to everybody in terms of if I see your picture fly up. Marge and Venus and Chris, what's up? We're rocking out, Chris. Want to chat with you, Chris. Want to see what's going on with your trades. I know that you're busy with everything else going on. Shout out to Josh, $1 Million Champ. Shout out to Angel. Hope you're well. Hope everything's going good. And yeah, this is it. This is London. Guys, we're going to keep hitting it. If she surprises you, hey, ain't that a good thing? You don't wake up every single day and it's exactly what you wanted, huh? She's going to surprise you and challenge you. That's exactly what we want to see. Jubal, my man, you know this, right? I mean, that'd be boring, wouldn't it? It'd just be boring. Hey, Pathfinder, what's up? You had to say, at some point, challenge us. Right? Make us use stop losses. Make us use trigger trades. Make us use the exchange platform. Make us use the market skills that we have. Don't just wake up and, no problem. Make us use hedging. Steve, I know that you're recently in on, Steve, longtime VIP. You're recently involved on futures. Excited to set that up with you. AJ Crypto, I know we chatted a few days ago. We're going to get you set up on futures. It's just exciting. It's a good thing. It's going to change the way you guys trade. So, boom. 2022. What's up, guys? Way to go. It is June. It's already June. February, March, April, May, June. We're almost halfway through 2022. Man, we're getting there, guys. Time under the belt. Boom. That's a big deal, guys. It is a big deal. Sean, hope you're feeling well. I know you are. I know you're feeling a little bit better. You told me that. It's a big deal. And Anthony killing it this morning. Just I love when price moves. I just see VIP always boom, boom, boom. They're on top of the market. We could cut a video. We could sit here and talk, and then in 30 minutes it could change. Literally, we could round out here with a small micro fan and literally pour to the downside. We could literally get on the 15-second, and we could get into a micro fan feature, and literally the whole next 12 to 24 hours of Bitcoin could change. We like the macro projections. We appreciate that. But you guys know, I talk about this all the time. It is the one thing we miss about this conversation. You guys understand this? The one thing we always miss and that you don't appreciate is the following. When I say that we found in the back this small microstructure, okay, on the summer of 2021, right? The low, when we found that in the back, what's that mean? Guys, everybody was just looking at this thing, just capitulating to the Red Sea and beyond, right? Just out there, Moses with the it's way out there. We're going way out there, right? Whatever it is, to Egypt, wherever, out there, guys. All right, this thing's gone. Boom. Except one little bitty ascending triangle in the 5-minute time frame. Boom, 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 boom. That changed everything. We could have prognostications. We could have whatever kind of theory put together. No, you got to be on the market, guys. So when we get surprised, okay, cool. We're going to trade it. We're going to find the pattern. It's going to break out to the upside. Can we trade it? Trigger trades, things, I said a price-activated trade, right? Some different componentries that set us, they're just required, guys, and they set you apart from the market. So looking at a retest on the 30-minute, nice to see a little bit of price action there. And she's going to interact a little bit. I'm just going to tell you, she's going to interact here. How about that? She's going to interact, okay? That's the mainstay for VIP. Just expect some interaction in this zone. All right, let's go get them. This is London with Bitcoin Spike. We're excited and hope you guys have a great start to your weekend. Be good to your family. Be good to your friends. Be good to VIP. And guys, for those base campers, Frankie, my man, what's up, Frankie? I see you, brother. What's up? For the base campers, we want you to upgrade. It's time. It's time to upgrade. So you have exclusive access in the back, guys. That's what it's all about. What's up, Jubal? Appreciate you being around when you're busy. What's up, brother? VIP in the house. We'll talk to you guys soon. And, yeah, get your trades.